I am the program director for WPTY Party 105, and I'm also the afternoon drive host from 3 to 6. Personality, I would say, is probably the biggest thing, especially in radio. It's not so much about being a character, but it is about being an accentuated version of yourself. Radio is all about performance. It's theater of the mind. So there's not really, they can't see you, so you have to, everything that you say has to be expressive. They have to feel what you're saying because they can't see your face on the radio. So that's probably the biggest thing I would say is personality. It depends on what you want to do. If you want to produce, you have to be good at editing. If you want to be on air, you have to be a personality. It really depends on what you want to do in this industry. And there's a lot of different things that you can do, even if you're not, say you don't want to be on the air. It's not necessarily something that you want to do. The cool part about radio is that there's a lot of opportunities for you to do things in this industry. How many employees do I manage? Do some quick math. Let's say 15 to 20, probably, between production and on air, probably around 15 to 20. The most difficult part about managing other people is just it's dealing with multiple personalities all at once and understanding how not everybody takes the same managing style. So what works for one person, being tough on one person doesn't necessarily work for the other person who might be a little bit more sensitive. And that's the hardest part about managing, is just managing personalities and just managing, you can't just have one management style. It's not a one-size-fits-all. You kind of have to tailor it to each individual person because everybody's different, and that's probably the hardest part. Just being here. I think especially working in radio, where working in radio sometimes can be a little bit of a revolving door. To be working in radio now, going on my 12th year working and progressively growing. I started out doing radio as a promotions person, making $8 an hour, handing out t-shirts, and that's how I started in radio. So for 12 years later to be program director of a radio station in the top 20 market is awesome. That's rewarding to me. It's rewarding to me when I see myself progress, and it takes hard work and it's a lot of hours, but it's rewarding when you see it pay off. Don't give up. The biggest thing that I come across in radio is that you come out of college and you think that, okay, if I'm working in radio, I have to be making a lot of money. And that's not really the way radio works. Radio is really about paying your dues and, working towards your ultimate goal. And it's not the type of job where you're going to come out and you're going to make instantly all this money. I'm not saying that it can't happen. It can happen, and if it does, that's great. But a lot of times you see people who start in radio and they're really good and they're really motivated, and things aren't going as fast as they want to, maybe, or they're not where they thought that they would be, and they give up. And when you give up on something, it's over. When you give up, you're giving up. It's over. So my best piece of advice would be not to give up, because if you're dedicated, if you're passionate, and if it's something that you really want, it'll happen for you. I'm a big believer in the universe, so if you put it out there and you really want it, it'll